Alright, so Bellator Champions Series is a new thing that the PFL is going forward with. After they purchased Bellator earlier this year, they did a combined fights, champions versus champions. It was pretty fun in Saudi Arabia. Good fun fights, back to back. PFL champions versus Bellator champions. It was cool. It was kind of gimmicky, but it was fun. So now, we were in France earlier this year. Cedric Doumbé fought on the card, others as well. But next, this weekend, I have a video out already speaking about it, breaking down the card a little bit. But I just wanted to talk about the scheduling and how fucking dumb the fucking PFL is and how they can't get out of their fucking way and get their shoe out of their fucking ass. They've got 2 weeks in a row and then they're not back again until November. How do you keep any kind of through line and interest in your promotion if you're not having consistent events? The UFC used to have once a month events. It was consistent. I know at some point this month in April there's going to be a fight. I know at some point in this month May there's going to be a fight. I know at some point in this month June there is going to be a fight. They have back-to-back weeks and then they are not back for 2 goddamn months and then a month and a half, which is not as bad. They never have events. There was like 2 or 3 months in between the fucking last Paris card or whatever it was that Doumbé fought on. It's like the PFL. It's exactly like the PFL. It's the same business. Obviously, the same idiots are running the thing where they have 3 weeks of fights straight. You get invested. Maybe you get invested. The fights fucking suck and the rule sets fucking suck. So maybe you're not that invested, but you want to get invested. You want to help support the promotion. But then they're out for 2 months, and then there's 3 straight weeks, and then they're off for 2 months, and then they fight for 2 weeks straight, and then they're off for 3 months, and then they fight again for the champions, and then they're off for 5 months. How am I supposed to keep up and be interested in your promotion if you're not putting on consistent fights, even if it's once every quarter, once every month, once every other week, something? This doesn't make any goddamn sense. They have back-to-back fight weeks, right? September 7th and September 14th, back-to-back, literally a week apart, and then not again until November. I will forget that Bellator even exists in between that time. Do they not understand that? The casual fan. I'm a hardcore fan. I watch almost every event, almost every fight. I'm going to know what's happening. I'll be on the lookout. I'll try to remember. But even I will forget what day it was or what month it was. Was it October, November, December? I don't know. This is exactly the problem I have with the PFL and Bellator at this point. Can't get over this stuff. They just can't get out of their own way. The fight cards literally are both fucking dog shit both weeks. These 2 fight cards back to back, San Diego and London. The London card, the main event fell through with Johnny Eblin and Fabian Edwards. It's fucking dog shit now. I don't want to see a women's non-title main event headline. They said they were going to have 2 title fights per pay-per-view, and I get shit happens. But you really can't have 1 per? Even? You can't even have a couple of good fun matchups? You have like 3 good matchups at the top of the card? Who fucking cares, man? Like, I'm getting tired of it. They just can't get out of their own way. Bellator, PFL, get your shit together and put out a good product. Get a good rule set together. Stop with the fucking uniforms. You like to complain about how terrible the UFC and how bad the pay is. Well, guess what? You're getting in trouble for all the stuff with Sabah Hamasi and other fighters, Gegard Mousasi, that are really upset with their contracts. And you guys have stupid, dumbass, ugly-ass looking uniforms now, too. So everything that you complain about the UFC does wrong, you're doing it and copycatting them, too. So prove me wrong. Do something, okay? Because this shit sucks, and I'm tired of it. And you always complain, and you're always making a big to-do about how the UFC is so terrible and treat everybody awfully, and they're the worst in the world, and yet you're here following them doing the same thing a couple years later.